So let's start. Hello everyone. So what I'm going to tell you about today is what I have done in my whole life regarding everything what I have done, what I'm supposed to. So at the starting, from start basically at the starting, same thing only. Okay. So during at first at the age till the age of 5 I was at my maternal grandmother's home and was just grown up to the age 5 at their house only. And after that my mom took me with her and I joined the class Kariwala Public School in Nawalgarh for for nursery and LKG classes. And after that I went to Dullat Public School in the UKG class. And the interesting about my first day is this, that at the end of the school, while we are supposed to come to home from back to school from school, so what I did was I just went off from school to directly to home by myself without by walking. However, whereas my brother was in the bus, because and actually mine bus fees was also paid to schools as a bus fees. And so I went back to home just by walking without any, and just on a new road, and the distance was near about 3 to 4 kilometers. Okay, so which was, and my I know that scene actually. I just remember that my parents were worrying about me and just called to the school authorities and to the bus authorities, to the bus driver, that where is my son. And I was just roaming around and looking around, roaming and looking around current current situation of that time of my UKG class, and just went off still. But that was a quite impressive moment for me, because and what I feel was I didn't feel afraid of anything. I just feel of feel a little bit afraid of that one van was going on, in which the people are generally kidnapping the little kids. So yes, and when I saw that, I just stopped for a moment and hid behind the bushes. So this was the day one, and that was quite impressive for me. And from the next day, my brother took me to the bus, and then it went on. So from UKG class, I went up to 10th standard. I went to Donath Holy School, and for that, if I want to give a review of this, then I would like to say that yes, this is good. Actually, that school was very much good for me. It has implanted me and just grown up me, and I have grown up from there actually. So that school is like a heaven for me, And what yes, pretty much awesome actually. That school is pretty much awesome, far much better than any schools in Sikar district, because in that school I got a lot of practical knowledge, because practicals are happening in that schools. And yeah, along with the theoretical, and everything was quite fine up to 10th standard. And after, however, I also joined 11th standard for 2 days actually. Yes, 2 days. 2 days actually. 2 days. Not 2 days actually. It is 4 days, I guess. Yes, 4 days, in which I learned a little bit of and of that chemistry stuff, chemistry stuff and maths and physics. The physics stuff was not quite so good in that class, so I was supposed to learn that because I don't want to spoil my future. However, it is already spoiled at present. At present, and I quite overthink sometimes, which is I think everyone should ignore, because there is nothing left in this overthinking. It just kept you busy and just waste your time. Okay, and one more, and what about one more thing? Yes, and and so I was comparing the Dunlop Public School Dunlop to the other schools in Sikka district. So the reason why I'm telling this is because when I went to 11th standard, basically in 11th standard I was in foundation course of JEE and yes, of JEE, and I was supposed to crack the IIT, which I did in a college second year and in the final year also, but where I was not allotted any seat in IIT. I was not allotted any seat. Okay, so yes, so why I'm telling this, why I'm telling the difference is that you should make clear yourself that before joining any institution, educational institute in Sikka district, actually there you will not get any type of practical thinking, not any practical knowledge. They will just give you like just cram everything. You just cram right from every single word to every single comma. They will just tell you that this is this and this is this. Why it is this? If you ask, then you will be punished, but the teacher will not. You will not find your answer. You will be supposed to Google it from your side only. So yes, okay. So I was in Middle Public School at present. Okay, so this is why I'm telling you that in my that school, Dunlop Public School Dunlop, DPS Dunlop, basically. I am repeating this. Okay, in DPS you will get the practical thinking along with the theoretical thinking, theoretical knowledge and practical knowledge both, and they just conduct activities which we generally call co-curricular activities, CCA. There are periods for it. Particular periods are there. 2 periods on the Saturday last 2 periods. After the 8 periods, last 2 periods, 7th and 8th period of the co-curricular activity period. So yes, and in this and that school was of I just missed that school. However, there is nothing left in that. Just in missing that school, because past is past. You are not supposed to remember. Not basically you are supposed to remember, but it is went off. Just forget it, because no one is with me. Basically, I am not in contact with no one. Contact with my school classmates and any other. However, on social media sometimes I contact some persons, and last time I contact was when I contacted on when I uploaded my video of performance on YouTube, and they also quite like it and they appreciated that, which I think it is good. But so yes, it is good. Okay. So till now I have discussed about my DPS school, about my classmates, and there were a lot of classmates. Yes, discussed and quite explained why you should not join any school in Sikka district, right, as I mentioned this. Okay, and instead of that joining an institution in Sikar, you should join DPS Dunlop. It doesn't mean I'm just sharing the comparison of my opinion. So it doesn't mean that I'm just saying bad. Yes, these are bad actually. I'm saying them bad, but yes, I'm not appropriate actually. I just couldn't. I just don't like those schools in which not practical knowledge is provided. Okay, so TK school appreciated. That is my, of course, some soft part is always there towards soft corner, basically you can say, in my heart for that school. And because it taught me everything in my life, that what I'm supposed to tell you, not tell you everything, it just told me that we should not speak too much. However, I speak too much, so basically it yes, and quite listen. However, I listen also, and observation skills are quite improved of mine with that schools, and the critical thinking, and however my decision making power is quite, not quite, it's actually very much low. I can't decide that what I'm supposed to do, and due to which I'm quite suffering from today also, and I'm supposed to increase this. I will try to increase, not in negative direction, in positive direction. So basically I'm quite trying to increase my decision making power. Yes, it will take some time, but yes, I'm supposed to do it. Okay, so okay, so for related to another school Dunlop, what I'm going to tell you is some of the memories I will try to bring back of my school memories back in this video to you, and I guess you will be quietly impressed. Quietly impressed. Yes. Okay. Quietly impressed. Why? Basically, I'm not going to impress you guys because I don't give a fuck about you. Yeah, super as fuck. Give a fuck about me. Okay. So, actually, too much it is. Okay. So, what I'm going to tell. Yes. So, in UKG class, I was quite emotional. However, today also I'm emotional. So in UKG class, I was a kid. Of course, I was a kid. I don't know the age actually. Maybe 7 or 8. My age group was that. Okay. So in UKG class, I used to cry a lot in my bed while I was punished. During punishment is quite normal that you are supposed to cry, so that you can get less beating, less punishment from the teacher, and physical punishment of, right. Okay, so after that was a trick. Basically it was not a trick, everyone knows about it. It is not a trick, everyone knows about this shit, that if you are going to scream, actually, yes, if I'm going to scream a little bit while the teacher is quite going to punish you, then the teacher will have a little bit of the soft corner and the softness will increase and you will get less punishment. Okay, so after that, yes, I was quite emotional, and and during and after, whenever I goes to my maternal grandmother's home in older days, while coming back I used to cry a lot, that I was just telling to everyone that why you are taking me guys back to my home. I just want to work here along with my maternal grandmother, and who's going to help her? She will have back pain and everything. And everyone was like, hey, this asshole is crying. Like, girl. And by the way, I have one question. Why only girls used to cry? Why is there such a philosophy in the market, in everyone surrounding, going on that if you are crying, then you are a girl? Why? I guess this is not supposed to be there, but yes, just like everyone is going, you should not be girl and you should be boys, you should pray. Why? Boys also have emotions. Why males also have emotions, man? why this? Why this has shit is roaming around that if you are crying, then you are going kinda type of girl things. No, you should. This so basically, I don't agree with this shit actually. Why? 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 I don't know. So I was there. Yes, I was there. Where I was telling about my UKG standard in which I was used to cry a lot while returning from my maternal grandmother's home after my holidays. So, and what the people used to tell about me to you guys. So, now at present, what I'm remembering is a little bit of yes, I remembered a memory of my birthday when I was in UKG class and I distributed toffees of that coconut one, which at that time was at the next level. Today it is of sugar. More amount of sugar is present at present in these toffees. At that time it was not. And that toffee was quite good and my favorite too. And so I don't remember what I scored in my exams. Yes, however, that was quite yes impressive, quite impressive. Yes, I was in section second. Yes, section second because I arrived a little bit late, pretty much. Then, as compared to the other person, other students, not other person. At the time, they were students only. So, from those students, and there was a little bit of course delay. However, I managed to complete that everything of mine in that period, and I covered everything that I have delayed. So after that, my UKG standard, I went to first standard. Actually, yes, I was passed. Yes, I remember. No, actually, I scored pretty good in the final exams of UKG standard. Yes, I don't remember the percentage at that time of that standard actually. It affects what affects fuck where happened. Yes. So now I was in first standard and I was in my section B again because I was quite weak in studies at the starting actually in the starting point. So after that in B section in the third standard I went to C section, third section basically. So basically I degraded in third standard, and in my third standard I just took in my heart that I'm supposed to be in the B section. Why the other guys with the less marks are in the B section? So what I did was in the first test of the first examination, which is supposed through which I was supposed to be in B section. Basically, shuffling was supposed to be there. After that, because according to the rule, shuffling was supposed to be there. So, after the first examination and according to the first examination, so I went, and so in the third standard I went to C section, and in the first examination I scored first rank, and Even in that examination, I left various students of B section also behind me, and some of the A students also. Yes, the A students also I left behind in studies and in that examination, because I worked a lot in that examination. So yes, and after that, what I did was is that they not actually they took someone else of, I guess that was teachers warden, which they promoted to B section, which, and I was left behind in C section back. That was quite sad part for me. Of course, for me it was sad part because I was the deserved one, and that girl was not supposed to be deserved. Okay, so uh, and however I managed to get back to that B section and get to the upgraded in my fourth standard. And after that, in fourth standard I was in B section, in fifth standard I was in B section, in sixth standard I was in B section, and seventh standard, yes, again I was degraded in B section, in C section actually. So yes, so let me tell you about in fifth standard a story about myself. Yes, what myself, I am telling about myself, my story only, school memories. So in fifth standard, what I did was I bust a cracker in class. Yes, and from where I bought that cracker, I just found the money on the street road, and I just bought some crackers from a shop and burst that cracker in my classroom. And the punishment was this, that the teacher just called the in charge of my wing. At that time, her name was Lilavati ma'am, and she was quite pretty much high in height, and her weight was also like she was like, as if I'm going to kill this ass, beat his ass or her ass. Okay, so that kind of point of view was our point of view was ours was for her, because she was used to beat a lot to the students and was quite strict. So it is actually, yes, so I bust a cracker, and what I did, I bust the cracker in second period, and that was period was of English subject, and the ma'am was named Sanjukta. Yes, Sanjukta ma'am was teaching us. So while she was teaching, I just fired the cracker in the class, and after that and that the bell rang actually. So I was quite saved by God at that time. But in her second period, which was sixth period or fifth period after recess, so one of my classmate, basically her name was basically a girl, and girl are always like, I'm going to complain about that guy, that guy going to beat his ass, about boys generally. Okay, so yes, girls are like this only. They are complaining about that stuff, and they're like, oh sir, this has done this has done this, but no, actually. So yes, so she complained about me, and she basically reminded about me that I bust a cracker in the class. And after that, my ma'am took me to the in charge, Lilavati ma'am, and she called to mom. She called to mom and informed me that your son has burst a cracker in the class and disturbed the whole class. And after going to school, I went home and my mom punished me with cricket wicket. If you guys know that cricket wicket, that bigger one and round one, and she beat me up very badly, I know, at that time. So, and she was very much upset with me at that day. But yes, that day was quite good because I passed a cracker in my life for the first time in school, which generally people don't do because of why? Because there is a fear of the teachers, and I was like, yeah, I didn't give a shit about these assholes. So yes, and what? Oh, what? But okay, some insects, I think. Okay, just leave that. So after my fifth standard, after that incident, I just cried that day. Of course, I was supposed to cry because you want to save yourself also. You should always keep in mind that you should always try to act and you should always develop some of the acting skills in yourself in order to save you from others. So after 5th standard, I went to and also one more thing. Oh, okay. So I will continue this stuff afterwards also, and will be telling to all of my story to you guys. And because outside the rainy weather is there and the lightning is striking in the sky, so we'll continue for the next. So bye.